F2 event of ALR, the post-season event. We're into the third one now. We don't seem to have any game sound, which is unfortunate, and we're into the first race already. Just looking to see as who we got in the on the grid today. Sorry, we've got Emerson in P1, Theo in P2, Lewis G, F Balint, Cody, Chazza, Curly Red, Welshman Nado, Ross G, Ayrton, Scooby, Guna, Cartboy and Chofta as well have all joined. So we're looking forward to getting this race underway. We're just watching the leader Emerson go around the track as it stands at the moment. We're just waiting to see if there's going to be any game sound. Let me just double check. There we go. Just need to pause it and restart it. But yeah, we've got the guys going round. This is the third event of the post-season events, and we've got the F2 mini series coming up. So we've got a feature race of a 25% race distance for F2. That is, as Chazza and Lewis are going side by side through cops. So a feature race of 25% distance, and then a 5-lapper sprint race of the same track, and they're doing this across 3 tracks. So Britain, Austria, and Azerbaijan. Interesting choices there from the guys who are racing tonight, but today really, because it's quite early on. But yeah, interesting choices there. But yeah, that's what we got in this race today. I've just got a couple of guys I need to invite again, so let me just invite them now. If my list would load, that'd be helpful. Alright, there we go. Got some invites out now, so that's good. Yeah, so it's a bit early today, but we've got, of course, we've got a jam-packed schedule for Sunday today. We've got the F1 coming up in Styria, and then we've got the Euros games on, of course. So Emerson setting the fastest lap there. On to lap 2 we go. Welsh Mad Nardo and Lewis G getting very close on track. Here is the sorry, I'm looking at Premier Racing now. Sorry, one sec. I'll just get the graphics put on. I don't think they're going to have to make a stop. Everyone's on the hard compound tyre, so everyone seems to be on the tyre that will get them to the end of this race. Only 7 laps, of course, in the F2 feature race. For Silverstone, of course, we have 7 laps today. But of course, it will vary depending on the track. The 25% race distance. So I believe the full distance will be 28 laps, if I'm correct, because obviously 25% of 28 is 7. But that was quick maths today, especially so early on in the day as well. That's pretty good. But yeah, really good racing so far from everyone. I think everyone's doing a good job of sticking on the track. We're just watching Welshman Nardo here. Is there any closer battles? Yes, Ross G and Balint very close together into Cops. Side by side they go through Cops corner, and Balint's just held his position there very well for Balint there. And yeah, we're just looking to see as we've got Ross G and Ayrton now battling through Maggots and Beckett's. That's a very close battle. I can't really see which car they are now because they've all disappeared off the track, off the screen. But Ayrton can't get past Ross G there, unfortunately for the I don't even know what car he's in now. Unfortunately for the ART Grand Prix driver. There we go, got it sorted. You can tell I don't like F2. But yeah, anyway, Welsh Mad Nardo now on the back of Lewis G, trying to make a move on the Dams driver. I did know that one, there we go. But yeah, this is going to be great racing. Obviously, onto lap 3. Chazza has got a penalty. Let me get the penalties up. 2-second time penalty there for Chazza, and Ayrton and Cartboy, of course, as well. So I don't know what happened to those guys there, but as Scooby Stew picks up a penalty as well. In a very odd section of the track, I think it might have been into turn 1, he got that penalty there as well. But yeah, it's all going to take a factor into the results of this race, of course. At the moment, though, Chazza would be safe from Theo in P3, but Chazza's doing a great job there of keeping going in this race. Trying to get after Emerson for the lead and for the win, potentially, as well. We shall see. Welshman Nardo still trying to make a move on Lewis G here, trying to get past the Dams driver and into Cops. It looks like she's going to line up a move here. Is she going to dive down the inside, or thinks better of it there? Obviously, with the damage being on as well, it's not really worth the risking it, is it? But Theo here is getting caught by both these drivers now, and into Maggots and Beckett's they go. Theo under pressure here from the 2 cars behind him now. DRS is active on this race, or on this lap now, sorry. So DRS for Welshman Nardo and Lewis G, and Theo is going to get swamped here, I think, but if he can hold on to it, he might be able to hold on to it, no? I think round the outside goes, oh my god, it's 3 wide into Stowe. It's 3 wide into Stowe, and that is going to be a very, very close move if they can hold it. Becker is on the inside there. Theo's kept the position somehow. Well, no, he's lost traction there, so Welshman Noddo is up into P3. Theo drops down to P4, and Lewis G is on the back of both of them now into turn 1. Is he going to make a move around the outside? That's going to be a very ambitious move. He's made it stick. So that's a great move there from Lewis G up into P4 for the Dams driver. And yeah, Theo dropping down 2 spots there, unfortunately for him. And all the top, well, second down to 6th have all got 2-second time penalties now. Ayrton has got a 4-second time penalty, dropping down the order, and he's battling with Gunnar, I think it is there. And Scuba Stew's a bit far back, but he can still get in this race. Onto the grass goes Ayrton. Side by side, really rubbish camera angle, unfortunately. Will there be an overtake here with DRS assistance for Ayrton in the ART? And yeah, I think he's made it. He's made it stick. He's got the inside line now, and he's got the move done. So Ayrton up into P10 now as Cody and Ross. I think Cody's had a bit of a problem there as Ballant gets past him as well. So yeah, I think Cody sort of had a bit of lost traction there on the exit of that corner there. So he's dropped down the order. Gunnar on the back of Ayrton and trying to get that P10 back. Meanwhile, at the front, Chazza is closing in on Emerson. Emerson doing a great drive on his own, really, at the beginning of this race. Welshman Noddo is dropping back, and it's really a battle between the top two for the lead of this race, and between third all the way down to probably 6th or so for the remaining podium spot. But we shall see who wins it and who gets it in the end in the next 3 laps now. Sorry, yes. So we've got 3 laps to go. Lap 5 we have just commenced with Emerson. Sorry. And Laguna couldn't get past Ayrton. Doesn't look like. Oh, he's alongside Ayrton there. Couldn't get past him on the hanger straight into Stowe, but he's right. It was going right side by side into Vale Acton Club there, but couldn't quite get it done there. But unlucky for Guna, but he can still keep on after the ART driver and try and get a move in DRS range next time out. Chofter here. Very bad camera angle once again, but we're trying to see where Scooby Stew is ahead of him. He's right there, so he will have DRS on Scooby Stew down this straight. But let's see down the way when it's straight, I think. But yeah, let's see. Hopefully a better camera angle. There we go. We've got much better camera angle now, and we can see Chofter lining up a move there, but he's just not close enough into the entry of the corner there to make a move. And we're just looking at Chazza now. 1 second. I've just got my let me get my stream up, because I've just seen there's somebody commented and I haven't got the stream up. Goku has said hello, and we say hello back. Hello to you. Chazza is in DRS range of Emerson for the lead of this race. He has got 2-second time penalty though, of course, so he will need to get on with it and get further up the road ahead of Emerson, obviously, to extend that gap to 2 seconds or more. Nobody's made a stop, so nobody has different tyres on, so all on the hard compound tyres as well. Lap 6 we begin. I think it's gone purple there for Chazza. I think he got the fastest lap there. Position changes will probably keep it on for now, as we can see both of the trying to find out what car they're in. Both of the BWTs, as German has left the session. Both the BWTs have, he's not in the race unfortunately, German, but hopefully he can get back in for the sprint race even. But both BWTs have got up 8 places, which is a great result for Chazza and Welshman Noddo there. Chazza can't quite make a move into in this opportunity, sorry, but he can try and line up a move into Stowe on the next DRS straight, rather, I should say. He might even make a move into Cops. Let's have a look here. The internet is not going in German's favour at the moment, unfortunately for him. Linter around the outside of Cops, tries Chazza, but he can't make it stick, sorry. And yeah, he's going to have to bide his time, wait for another opportunity. He's going to go side by side into Maggots and Beckett's. That's a quite close one for both of them there. But no, he thinks better of it. He's going to line up a move now as Cartboy is retired on track, so he just wasn't very happy with how it was going, I don't think, for him. Ayrton, as we've have a look at this move on Emerson. Chazza going around the outside into Stowe. Is he going to hold it? Emerson dives down the inside to try and keep his lead, but he can't quite make it stick, and Chazza is up into P1, so that's a fantastic result if he can hold on to it, but I don't think so, because Emerson's coming down the inside, Chazza goes around the outside, we'll have the inside for the next corner, and I think he might have made it stick now. Oh, they're going to be battling side by side as they cross the line. Chazza goes wide, and he's got a penalty for that? I don't think he's got a penalty for that. But yeah, great driving there from both of them. You can see why they're pretty quick and pretty good. And Chazza is just lagging about there, so I'm not sure what happened there for Chazza, but hopefully he can finish this race at least. Miles ahead, both of them now, of Welsh Maldonado in P3, so it's going to be, as Lewis G is going to like a move here on Welsh Maldonado, it looks like. But yeah, the top two just having a race of their own at the moment, it looks like, and everyone down below is battling out for the final podium spot. Emerson's going to try. He didn't make a move there down the Wellington Straight, unfortunately for him, but he will try again, no doubt. On the final lap we are now, and we're just heading around down to Copse, the original, the old pit straight, into the old turn 1 of Copse now, and yeah, we're just looking to see. I think Emerson's dropping a bit far back now. There's a Chazza has moved up place there, but I think Emerson will get this win based on the penalty situation. So that will be a good result for Emerson, and even a good result, of course, still for Chazza, who's done a great job of jumping up 9 places. Will be 8 places when he drops down below Emerson if he does. But yeah, DRS for Emerson along the Hanger Straight up into Stowe. Lovely corner to sit out if you're going to watch the F1. Would recommend. But yeah, Lewis is attacking Welsh Maldonado now down the back straight. Weaving is the BWT driver, but she keeps the position as it's at the moment as it stands. Round Stowe they go into the final couple of corners. Down the inside is Lewis going to go. I don't know. Let's have a look. Emerson wins the race. I completely missed that. Of course, Chazza in P2. Welsh Maldonado and Lewis G very close together as they cross the line. I think it's going to be Welsh Maldonado. Lewis G pushing her across the line. Welsh Maldonado finishes in P3. Lewis G in P4. Theo in P5. Ross G in P6 and Curly Red in P7. Ballant in P7 and Curly Red in P8. I think there must be penalties there. Cody Exotic in 9th, Ayrton in 10th. We're just waiting for Scooby Stew, Gouda and Chofter as well to cross the line for the final positions. But what a fantastic race that was. I think that was really good racing from everybody there. It seemed pretty entertaining from my point of view anyway. So well done to all the guys who took part. Driver of the day, of course, was Chazza, jumping 8 places to get the second spot on the podium. Emerson, of course, claiming the victory tonight. Well, not tonight. This afternoon, I suppose I should say, but it's really too early for me to be up ready and commentating. IFR Milan has said, even here is Emerson on top. Yep, he is. Well, he is in this race anyway, but we don't know. You never know. We might see somebody else winning another race or two here or there. Gordo and Cody have said hello, so hello to you two as well. I hope you're enjoying the F2 mini series. I will rename it eventually, but yeah, at the moment it's just the post-season event 3. But fastest lap there for Chazza as well. So I don't even know in F2 if that gets an extra point or not, because I really don't watch F2 at all, really. But there we go. Fantastic racing there. Only Emerson, Ballant and Cody Exotic not getting any penalties, I believe. So yeah, that was a really good racing from those 3 as well. So hopefully they can carry that on. We have got the sprint race next for Silverstone. So each track, we're going to have 3 tracks. Each track is going to have a 25% feature race, which we've just done for Silverstone, and then a 5 lap sprint race, 5 lap sprint race afterwards on the same track, and then that will be repeated over the over each track as well. So we're going to have Britain, Austria, and Azerbaijan are the tracks that we will be racing around in this event. So just loading up now for the sprint race. I believe everybody will. I believe everyone will take position based on their finishing results in the feature race. German has joined back, but again he's a bit too late. Tango is in the session, which is good. So he will be able to hopefully race in the hopefully race. It's too early for me, Tango. I can't do it. It's just too early. Yeah, hopefully race in the 5 lapper, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure if German's internet is holding up. He's saying he has problems there. So hopefully he'll be able to get back into into the race at some point today or some point in this event. But I don't think it's going to be for the 5-lapper, unfortunately. We're just waiting for Welsh Maldonado and Theo to load in, and then we'll be underway for the 5-lap sprint race. Curly Red starting on pole position, so it has done it as I wanted it to do. Perfect stuff. So they have reversed the grid. Curly Red finishing in 8th, I think it was, so he starts from pole, Ballin in P2, and away they go into turn 1. Let's hope we can get through unscathed. There's a lot of position changes. Curly is already sprinting off into the distance. Ross G up to P3, battling his teammate Theo. We've got some yellow flags at the back. Emerson and Cody battling away. Hopefully there's no damage there, guys. Watch out and be careful, of course. Guna's had a spin, I think, there, so he's not got any damage, I don't think, so he can still keep going. Scooby Stew and Cartboy battling away, and yeah, it looks like there's going to be a race-long battle, or 5-lap whole battle rather, for this one. Chazza up to P4 already, so that's a great start for Chazza as well, of course, trying to sort of consolidate his win on the previous consolidate his great result, of course, on the previous race, and keep it going for the sprint race. Chazza going down the inside of 2 drivers there, up into P2 is the BWT driver, overtaking Ballin and Theo into Cop's corner as well, so great driving there from Chazza, and he's going to set his sights on Curly Red for the win of this, the final position he can get in this race, up into P1 for BWT, but Curly Red will be battling his way through, making sure that, hoping that can't happen, of course, to try and get the win himself. Welsh Maldonado is trying to battle Ballin as well. Looks like Ballin is dropping down the order in this race. He started P2. He hasn't had a great time so far in the first lap. Emerson is battling with Ross G into Stowe corner, but he's not been able to make the move stick as it stands at the moment. And we've just seen that Lewis G has got a penalty there for extending the track, as we've got a bit of a tap there from Tango on Emerson. And I don't know if Tango's got damage there. I don't think he has. He should be all right, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But everyone can carry on as per normal. Welsh Maldonado and Ballin having a to and fro in the first sector, and Welsh Maldonado all over the back of Ballin now. I think Ballin is having a bit of a torrid time in terms of defending here. Cody Exotic and Emerson are battling wheel to wheel. It looks like bulging each other out of the way. I don't know if there's no damage for either of them, thankfully, so they can carry on as Emerson London move down the Wellington Straight. Can he make the move stick on the inside? Cody on the outside. He's going to push him wide. He's not quite. Cody's now got the inside, and Emerson is going to lose that place again, I think. But he's. I'm looking at Tango. Sorry, Emerson's already through. Tango is side by side with Cody. Sorry, but yeah, he's done. He got around the outside there as Tango. He's got the slipstream on the cars ahead as well, so he might be just ahead into Cops side by side. Oh, they nearly went side by side through there, but both doing a great job of keeping it clean. Good driving from both of them there. Ross G, there's a 4-way battle here through Maggots and Beckett's now. Ross G has been overtaken by Emerson, but who's going to be? I can't see on this camera angle who's where really. Tango is just trying down the outside of Ross G as well. Can he get the slipstream with the car ahead? Being pushed on the inside, so he's got a tighter angle for the corner, but he makes the move stick anyway into Stowe. Tango up to P7, which is good. Welsh Maldonado and Emerson battling away as well. Emerson round the outside. Oh, is he being spun there again? Emerson spun, I think. Yeah, he's spun. He's gone round and he's off the track. Is the ART driver, unfortunately for him. He's down into last. Is Emerson. Curly Red's got a 2-second time penalty. Theo has jumped Chazza somewhere. I didn't see that, of course. I think Chazza has had him off because he's lost 5 seconds or so. He's got damage as the BWT driver, so he's dropping down the order. Welsh Maldonado is through now up into P4. Ross G, I think Ross G had an incident there with Emerson. It looks like, because both Ross G and Emerson have got wing damage now. You can see the end plates missing on those F2 cars. Cody Exotic and Tango battling away. Down the inside goes Cody Exotic, but Tango's got the position there already, and he's defending it really solidly from here's Tango, from the attack of Cody Exotic. Cartboy up into P8, so he's having a much better race than he did in the sprint race, of course. Got yellow flag down at the back, and that is Guna. I think Guna's got all his pieces pointing in the right direction, so he can carry on. Chazza and Tango, of course, not having any wing damage is making it so much easier for him to get through this section of Maggots and Beckett's. Ross G and Lewis G both getting a 2-second time penalty there. So Chaz is just dropping down the order now. Gooner's got a 2-second time penalty as well, unfortunately for him. But yeah, Chaz is just dropping down the order now with that wing damage. It's not helping him, especially through the tight sections where the corners just come flying at you like Maggots and Beckett's. Tango gets a 2-second time penalty, extending the track there at Stowe. Ross G here on the back of Scooby Stew, trying to get into the top 10 or top 11, sorry, but he's not far off the top 10 is Ross G, so potentially it is there for him. Emerson getting past Chofter, who is he's having a solid race. He's just defending there from Emerson, but Emerson gets past before turn 1 anyway. Cartboy dropping down the order there. I think he's been overtaken by Lewis as well, so he's not having a great time in these F2 cars so far is Cartboy, but he's still sticking it in there, battling away. He's got Chazza to try and get past now. Chazza's got that wing damage, of course, so it shouldn't be too difficult for Cartboy. He's already through now. They've got a yellow flag at the back as Ross G has gone off. Ross G has gone off. I don't know whether they was coming together there or not, but he's off the track, and hopefully he can get back on. Come on, Ross G, keep going. You don't need to stop on circuit. Cartboy is trying to make a move here on Chazza, of course, with that wing damage. He's just dropping down the order, is Chazza. Ayrton has got past him, but he's still battling away into Cops, and Chazza just having to back out there, and that's going to excite Cartboy, who is now up into P9 now, and making that move stick into Maggots and Beckett's, and that wing damage now is just going to put Chazza under even more pressure from Scooby Stew behind. Scooby Stew making a new type of corner there as Emerson's trying to line up a move now as well. But Chaz, I think, just dropping down the order. He's got the DRS to help him battle him, but Cody Exotic here dropping down. Lewis has overtaken him before P6. So up into P6 is the damage driver. Tango is lagged out, unfortunately, for Tango. And off the track goes Scooby Stew to try and make an overtake. So that's probably an illegal overtake, I think. He has made it all the way up into P9, has Scooby Stew somehow. Cartboy is there or thereabouts. Emerson is there or thereabouts as well. So it's just absolute anarchy there as Scooby Stew has hit into the back of Emerson and just gone off the circuit there, which is that's the sort of thing that happens when the driving gets too aggressive, unfortunately for Scooby Stew. But they're still battling away. Welshman Nardo is trying to get that another podium for BWC, but she's got Balint and Theo to get past. Curly Red has stormed off into the lead of this race. Chazza is still trying to hang on to that final spot in P10, but he's got a lot of work to do, and he's got no wing to do it. He's just gone off the circuit there. Trofters is going to be interested in this and trying to get a move into P11 so he can line up potentially finishing in the top 10. Tango is back in the session, which is good for Tango. He should be able to take control of his car. Lewis G is going to get past him though just before Maggots and Beckett's, and he's going to be away is the Dams driver, but hopefully Tango can still get some good points here. Welshman Nardo, sorry, has got past Balint, or has she? Just about round the outside in Stowe, and she's got a penalty for her troubles there, but she's got the moves done. Balint hasn't got any penalties just yet, so both Welshman Nardo and Theo need to get further up the road. Also, they can't now. Sorry, it's 5 laps and Curly Red has won it, so I missed that completely. But Theo, Welshman Nardo across the line. Balint up into P2. Theo in P3. Welshman Nardo P4. Cody Exotic in P5. Lewis in P6. Emerson P7. Cartboy P8. Tango eventually P9. I don't think he actually finished the race himself. Ayrton in P10, Chazza just outside P10 with that wing damage in P11, Chofter in P12, Scooby Stew P13, Gooner in P14, and Ross G, who is still going around the circuit. But yeah, congratulations to Curly. I didn't see him for much of that race, but yeah, he did this really well. So fantastic stuff from Curly Red. And both of the guys who started P1 and P2 finished P1 and P2. I don't know where Theo started. Let's have a look at the position changes. Yeah, Theo up 1 place as well there, so nobody gained massively. Cody Exotic up 4 places, starting P9, so that's pretty good for Cody Exotic. Cartboy up from 6 places. Of course, he started at the back because he retired in the feature race. and Tango didn't even partake in the feature race because he couldn't get in the session, so he started from the back as well. So well done to both of those guys. But yeah, very close finish there between Welsh Maldonado and Theo. We're just waiting for the final car to cross the line. Hopefully one day he will get there. And yeah, we'll see. We'll wait and see as the other guys are just sort of crawling around now on their cool-down laps. Even though that isn't a thing really in F2. But yeah, good racing from these guys. Scooby Stew has left the session, so he's off. We've got the final guys just crossed the line, so that's good. And we can get the classifications going, and we can see what happens with the next race, which will be Austria. So there'll be another 25% race in Austria, and then we'll follow that up with another 5 lap up around the same track. Curly Red, they're very happy. He got the top spot on the podium, and then we've got Balint, of course, and Theo making up the rest of the podium as well. Having a little celebration there. Enjoying the non-champagne that is now sprayed around. But good stuff from those top 3. Really good racing all the way through, so they deserve to be up there. Well done to them. Well done to guys. Of course, no penalties for Balint. Promoted him from P4 at the time up to P2, ahead of Welsh Maldonado and Theo. But yeah, really good. Again, no penalties for Balint. And I think that's the sort of his mantra for this event, is to make sure that he can get to the finish line without any penalties, and it really promotes him up to places. Carboy, of course, no penalties as well, and so did Chazza. But of course, Chazza was for most of that race, he was just having a torrid time trying to get through the rest of the race because he had that wing damage very early on. So we'll be just waiting for the countdown to go when everyone's sorted out, having a look at their standings. Then we'll carry on with, I think it's track 2, sorry, I should say, for Austria, which will be Austria rather. So just waiting for the guys to load up, and we'll get cracking all the way over to Austria as well now. I don't know if we'll have to go back to the lobby or not, but we'll find out. We will find out. Yeah, we will. So there we can have a look at the points so far. Emerson still in the lead, P1 with 29 points. Welsh Maldonado with 23 in the P2. Chazza's tied actually there with Theo for P3 on 20 points there. So very close at the top. Unfortunately, there's a couple of guys who were right under the bottom. Ayrton not doing a great job with 1 point only. That's just very poor from him. But hopefully he can crack on and do well in the next race, which is Austria. So it's a random grid for the feature race. And then we'll crack on with the next race, which will be, we'll crack on with the next one, and we'll see what happens in Austria, in Spielberg. I think we chose this one, well, somebody chose this one, I didn't choose it myself. It was voted for by the drivers who were taking part in the event. So I think they chose this one because obviously the Styrian Grand Prix is coming up tonight, sorry, not tonight, I keep saying tonight, thinking that it's later on in the day, but it's only 1 o'clock, so yeah, coming up in an hour's time or so. We will be finished before the F1 starts, don't you worry. We've got the Austrian, well, the Styrian, our version of the Styrian Grand Prix in F2 coming up in just a short while, in 28 seconds. And once that's done, we'll crack on with the 5-lapper as well around here. And then we will have, I think it's Azerbaijan is the next one. So yeah, getting our way through now. We've only got 2 more to go. Just waiting for the guys to get their setup sorted and load up. Just waiting for Chazza and German to get stuff sorted. It's presets only, so it's only it's only one setup that you can choose really, or the standard setups you can choose. 5 red lights are on. 5 red lights are off, and away we go. Emerson starting on P1, which is just really poor, isn't it? He shouldn't be there. Ayrton up into P2, so both the Hiltons doing a great job so far. Tango has lagged out of the session. Lewis G has made contact there with Ayrton, but he's still going the right direction. Lewis G, Balint's up, and somebody has just gone off there, completely flying off the circuit. Curly Red and German have just come together, and they've both come together and they've both taken each other out, it looks like. I don't know what's happened there, but that wasn't great from both the teammates, unfortunately. Gunnar up into P9, overtaking Chofters there. He's made the move stick. He's got the inside line for turn 4. Theo and Chaz are battling away. Chaz is getting up into P5, and he's going to be setting off after the Hilton brothers to try and get another victory for BWT. Well, he hasn't got a victory for BWT yet, but as Lewis G's gone off the circuit there. Yeah, Lewis G getting round the inside, down the inside of Theo there, I think. As Welshman Nardo and Gunnar are battling away. Welshman Nardo up into P9 with the inside line as well. You'd think she's going to make this move stick, but no, Gunnar hangs it around the outside. No, Gunnar comes back on track and hits the BWT driver, I think. Bit of contact there, but I think everyone's alright. Lewis G is the only one with a penalty so far. Cartboy is in the pits. So he's pitting as Cartboy. I don't know what he's in Mazepin's car, so maybe he's had a spin and got some damage. German is in the pits as well. So in he comes. So Emerson setting the pace at the moment from Ayrton. Both the Hilton brothers, P1 and P2, so I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. Lewis G and Chaz are battling away on the exit of turn 3, and Lewis has got that move stuck, I think. It looks like so far. 10 laps, of course, around here, so it's a pretty long race, this one. But of course, the track lap, the actual lap time is shorter. Chaz making the move, and Lewis dropping down the order massively there. He's dropped down from P5 down to P7 as Theo goes round the outside in turn 5, and he's not made it stick, I don't think. We've got something going on in the background there. Cartboy's off at the pit exit, it looks like, because he's just been in the pits. Has Cartboy, so he's made a pit stop now. Chaz has got penalty there, so he's got 2 second time penalty for track extending. So that will be factored into his race time at the end. Welshman Nardo, of course, coming around the final corner as well, and I think she's got a penalty too. Emerson set the fastest lap of the race of 1:15.430. Lewis and Ross battling away in turn 1. There was a bit of contact there, and Theo's going to take the opportunity to make a move here. I think is Theo, and both battling his teammate up the hill into turn 3. Cody Exotic and Chaz are battling away. Ross G Theo's been forced off there, I think, hasn't he? Looks like Theo got forced off, got 2 second time penalty for his troubles as well. Tango is back in the session, which is good, and we're just waiting to see who's going to make a move here, if any. And the teammates are battling here, they're not helping themselves. Theo has got down the inside of Ross G, and Ross G has lost 3 places there even to Lewis there and to Welshman Nardo, but Welshman Nardo is around the outside. It's not going to be very easy to hold there, especially in these F2 cars. Around the outside there, so Ross G gets that place back for P8. Ballint here doing a great job of keeping up with Ayrton. German getting a 2 second time penalty there. Ballint doing a great job of keeping up with Ayrton, I was going to say. Emerson is sort of clocked out in the distance now, but the Delta is coming back now that Tango joined the session again. But up into P3 is Ballint. Of course, trademark no penalties for this driver. This driver is doing a great job so far this event. Is he going to make a move into turn 3 on Ayrton in the ART? He is, and he's got the move stuck, I think. He's done it down the inside into turn 3, and off he goes after Emerson as well. So he's going to be in pursuit of Emerson. I think Ayrton might have DRS though, so he will be attacking Ballint again. Lewis G is dropping down the order. He's spun off there in the exit of turn 3. I don't know if he had any contact or any helping hands, but down to P12 for Lewis G, unfortunately for him. Ayrton and Ballint battling away into the middle sector. It's making it easier for Emerson to get further away. Cody Exotic gets 2 second time penalty there in P4, but the guys behind him have also got 2 second time penalties as well, I think. So shouldn't be too bad for Cody having that penalty, unless he can get further up the order and then have to defend from Ayrton or Ballint. But these two battling away. Cody Exotic has joined this battle, so we'll be in DRS range, I believe. I haven't got the Delta on, of course, which is nice. Not the Delta, the MFD sort of thingy. Emerson sets the fastest lap of the race. We're on to lap 5 of 10 already. Tango sets the fastest lap of the race, sorry. So he's cruising along. Is the Renault driver, not the Renault driver, is he? I don't know what driver he is, but he's in the Renault car. Up into P10 is Tango as well after lagging out. So Ayrton gets past Ballint into turn 3. and away goes Ayrton. He's back up into P2 is the ART driver. Chazza getting interested here as well, looking to see if he can make a move into turn 4 down the inside of Cody Exotic, I think it is, and it's not going well for Chazza. Unfortunately, he's got the outside now for the turn 5, and it was very close between the two of them there. Cody Exotic's just hanging it in the inside, on the inside there, and he's got the position still ahead of Chazza. Into the pits, I think, was Lewis G there, but he's come out in P12 still, so he's got a fresh set of boots on and can get after the guys ahead and set some fastest laps hopefully as well. Welshman, Nardo, Ross G are all in a train behind Theo. Theo's just got another penalty, I think, so let's have a look at the penalty situation. 4 seconds there for Theo, so he will be losing both of these places if the checker flag would fall now, but of course we've got to wait another 5 laps for that to happen. Oh, as we got Ross G just going off the circuit there, he's put the power down too early on the exit of turn 1, and it's not helped him there at all, and he's got to come back on the circuit carefully, make sure that he doesn't intervene with anybody else, but he's still going to be in P11 because the guys behind have had to make extra stops. So that's the penalty situation there. We've got 7 seconds for Lewis G. I think Tango and Goona are sort of side by side there. I don't know if Tango is having any issues, but he's got through up into P8 now as Tango. Everyone on the soft compound tyre. Cartboy there getting a 2 second time penalty as well. So you can see there who's stopped. Lewis G, Carboy and German P12 down to P14 have made a stop. Curly is DNF, having to come in together on the first lap, I think it was, with his teammate German. So yeah, it's not gone well for the, I think it's the MP Motorsports, I'm not sure. But anyway. Welshman Nardo lining up a move here probably on Theo, see if she can get past and promote that BWT up into P6. Chazza it's still in that mix for a podium here, but as Welshman Nardo does get past down the main straight. Oh no, on the inside is Welshman Nardo, and Theo gets the move back, and will he have, I think Theo will have DRS as well now based on that, because he was behind at the detection point. Tango is coming up to the back of these guys as well, so who will be joining that battle soon as well. Oh, a massive punt there from Welshman Nardo on Theo, and that's not going to do her wing any good. But hopefully everyone's all right, and DRS is active for Welshman Nardo as Cody has got up into P3, sorry, ahead of Ballint. So Cody making his moves now and trying to get up further up the order as quick as he can. Lewis G is back in the pits. He's got speeding in the pit lane as well, so it's not going his way. Is it for Lewis? Unfortunately, disqualified for the session is Lewis G as well. So that's Lewis out of this feature race, unfortunately for him. But up at the top, we've got a massive gap there for Emerson ahead. He's setting fastest laps for fun now, isn't he? So yeah, Ayrton 8.5 seconds behind. Cody Exotic, Ballint, and Chazza are all up in the mix for the podium places and for P2. So whereas with Chazza was just as to say that I've jinxed him there. So he spun it round. Theo's made a move there into turn 1 on Welshman Nardo, so he's got that move stuck as well. Tango is joining this battle now, as I said. So he's got a bit of contact there between the two of them, and that's just not what you want to see, really, is it? That's just typical. That is what you call poor racing. I think it was probably from all 3 of them there. They all could have done much better there, but yeah, not very good from either of them there. As Chofter is up into P9, which is good. Ross G is for sticking at it. Oh no, he's just been repassed. Ayrton's battling Cody Exotic here, and we're just going to be very tight into the end of sector 2, up into sector 3. Cody Exotic looking to get a P2 under his belt here, and try and overtake one of the Hilton brothers. He's going to have to wait for DRS. He went on to lap 9, so we've got 2 laps to go. It's gone wide there, so that would have been a warning for sure. But Ballint is there as well. Ballint is interested, and Ballint has no penalties again. So it's going well for Ballint in this race as well. So once again, he's going to be looking at claiming a step on the podium for his excellent work. Cody Exotic makes the move into turn 3. He's gone on the outside, so will he make the move stick? Ayrton is right on the inside, but he's still got good traction out there, so he will have to use his DRS to try and make that move stick, make it back, take the pace back from Cody Exotic, but he can't make it stick. I don't think. Into turn 4 they go, diving down the inside is Ayrton. That's very aggressive move, and didn't pay off for him at all. There you can see he lost too much time in the braking zone. Did the ART driver, and Cody Exotic up into P2. German has overtaken Cartboy up into P12 for the MP Motorsport driver, I believe it is. Cartboy and German not having a great race, unfortunately, having to make the extra stops, but they still put on some good battling and a good show for these guys and keeping going in the race no matter what. So that's a really good effort from both of those drivers. Ayrton trying to make that move back for P. We're on to the final lap, and we've got the ART trying to line up a move here on Cody Exotic. He's got the DRS, he's got everything turned up. He can't turn anything up really on F2 cars anyway, but he's got the DRS anyway, at least. Into turn 3 they go. On the inside is Ayrton. He's braked really late again, and that's just going to do exactly the same thing as before. And Cody Exotic is back on the inside, back through, and that's Ayrton down into P3 again. So it's not working out well for him. Tango has left the session, unfortunately, again for him. So he's his PlayStation is not on his side at the moment. And I think Ayrton has lost that place now because of the aggressive move into turn 3, and he's just not been able to get that move back to P2, and Cody Exotic is going to finish in P2. But here we are with the race leader. It's the first time so far I've managed to get a glimpse of the race leader. Unfortunately, he's been so far out ahead. As Emerson gets another time penalty, it won't affect his race result really. As he crosses the line and wins the race is Emerson. Fantastic stuff from the ART Grand Prix driver. I think that was the fastest lap there as well for him just at the end as well. So great driving from Emerson. Cody Exotic will cross the line in P2. Oh no, sorry, Ballint of course with no penalties in P2. Cody Exotic in P3. Ayrton in P4. Welsh Maldonado is going to cross the line in P5. And Chazza in P6. And Gunda up into P6, sorry. Chazza had too many penalties. Chazza down into P7. And Theo and Ross G are going to cross the line at pretty much the same time, I think. Ross G gets P8 based on penalties. Theo down to P9. Sorry, Tango up into P9. Theo down into P10. Chofter in P11. And we're just waiting for German and Cartboy to get across the line as well. So some good racing there from those guys. It was good. Good race there. P5 was for the last race for Cody Exotic. But good stuff from those guys. Really good racing again in these F2 cars, which are very difficult to race, as we have found out. German crosses the line in P12, and Cartboy is going to follow just behind him in P13. So we're just waiting for the driver today, of course, Welsh Maldonado. Fantastic racing. The guys celebrating on the podium, we've got Emerson, of course, Ballint, and Cody Exotic, I think it was, yes. So yeah, got there in the end. So once these guys have finished their celebrations, getting on top steps of the feature race, we'll have a 5-lapper race, which is going to be starting in any moment, and it will be around Austria as well. A 5-lapper race, the sprint race for this series. So yeah, we will go on to Baku, I think it was. So just having a look at the standings there, have a look at the actual standings so far. We've got Emerson in the lead, Ballint doing a fantastic job in this series so far of keeping it clean, keeping those penalties away, and he's up into P2 because of that. And so it just shows for everybody, even in F2, if you keep it clean and keep the penalties down, you will get the results that you need. So Ballint doing a great job in this series. So fantastic work from him. So hopefully he can keep it up in the 5-lap sprint race we've got coming up now for Austria, or Styria, we'll call it Styria. Just waiting for the guys to load in to the session, and then we'll get cracking for the 5-lap race. We've got 25 seconds or so to go until we get underway for the 5-lappers. Right then, everyone's loaded in. We've got Ross G starting the race in pole. We've got 5 red lights. Not 5 red lights have gone, and Ross G leads us away into turn 1. Got some overtakes already being made. I think Cody Exotic is not in the session, so he will be a ghost. But everyone has made it through cleanly, I think, which is nice. Good to see. Much more improved than the previous race. Cody Exotic, of course, dropping down the order as he is not in the race. He's a ghost car, unfortunately. Yeah, great moves, great racing. We've got everyone coming together into turn 3. Tango is back in the session. I didn't realise he was not in the session either, but Tango is now back in, so he can get control of his car, hopefully, and get racing again. We've only got 5 laps around here, so it's going to be very short compared to the, well, it's half the distance compared to the feature race. Yeah, Tango's car dropping to the back, unfortunately, because of the connection issues that he had, or the error issue with his hard drive, of course. Balin up into P5 round down the inside of Guna into sector 2, and he's made it. No, sector 3. Sorry, he's made it stick there. Has Balin. Emerson trying to get past Guna as well. So Guna is dropping down the order, unfortunately for him. But yeah, he's under pressure from lots of drivers all around him now. As into the penultimate turn they go. Everyone going around the outside, and down the inside goes Guna. Very clean there, keep cutting the corner, but making sure that he didn't make any contact with any other driver there. So fantastic stuff from the well, I don't know what car he's in. Fantastic stuff from the damage driver there, I should say. Ayrton and Chazza has just got past up into P3. So both BWTs in the podium places as it stands at the moment. Emerson making his move up into P5 on Balin, but he's side by side with Balin. On the inside though, he should have the move done into turn 3, and there's quite a lot of position changes there, so sorry if you missed anything. Gurman is up into P10, so Gurman getting his foot down now and improving on his pace from the previous races where he hasn't done so well. Emerson down the inside of Chazza into turn 4, and he's made that move stick, so he's got his brother Ayrton to get past next for the podium places. Ross G doing a great job in the lead. I'm just going to spectate him quickly. Haven't spectated him much in this race, so yeah, doing a great job in the lead, starting from pole, of course, as well. Welsh Maldonado is putting the pressure on, but it's pulling up. They're both pulling away from Ayrton. Chazza has got past Emerson in the penultimate turn to get that P4 back for BWT. Gurman getting past his teammate Curly Red. Can't see it. We don't know where it is, but as Welsh Maldonado, I think, has a penalty, time penalty there, or something happened. Fastest lap, I suppose. It must have been. DRS is now active we're on to lap 3, of course, so DRS for Welsh Maldonado trying to get past Ross G. Can she make a move into turn 3? Let's have a look for the lead of this race. Down the inside is Welsh Maldonado, and she's made that move stick, I think. So yeah, fantastic racing for Welsh Maldonado. Emerson has got past his brother Ayrton for P3 in this race in the ARTs. Tango has left the session again. Curly Red has got a 3-second time penalty, I think it was there. So that's I don't know what happened there exactly, but he's trying to go down the inside of Guna. He's going to make that move. I think he's made the move stick. Has Curly Red. Ayrton's got passed by Gurnman. Around the outside is Gurman, and he's made that move. He's held it perfectly around the outside. Sorry, there. As we see the guys coming through the final twisty section of sector 2. Sorry. Looks like Welsh Maldonado is getting on it and trying to get out of the DRS range of Ross G to pull away and get the victory here. We shall see who crosses the line in P1 in 2 laps time. We've got Cody Red is doing one with penalty, sorry, as it stands at the moment. Gurman setting the fastest lap there with a 1:14.8, so great job there from the MP Motorsport driver. up in the top steps, towards the top steps of the podium. So Ross G has dropped out of DRS range of Welsh Maldonado, so that's great for Welsh Maldonado, getting in the lead and getting away as fast as she can. Emerson is putting the pressure on Ross G now. Into turn 4 they're going to go. Emerson's got the position already before they get into the braking zone. Around turn 4 they come. German trying to put the pressure on, trying to get further up the order. Curly Red's got another 2-second time penalty for I think it must have been sort of track extending in turn 4, because it's quite difficult to get a warning there, sorry. But still in P9 is Curly Red, doing a great job holding on, and Theo up into P7 as well. Emerson is going to be trying to get the victory again here, but I think Welsh Maldonado might be able to hold on if she can just get through this next lap unscathed. She has Ross G's picked up a penalty there, as does a couple of other people further behind. So Ross G is going to drop down the order, of course, once the penalties are taken into account in the classifications. But Ballint is there under pressure from German. Emerson is putting pressure on Becker as well, on Welsh Maldonado for the lead of this race. If she can hold on, she's going to get the victory, but she needs to make sure that Emerson isn't too close in the DRS zone and in the braking zone for turn 4 coming up next. But it looks like it might be an easy move for the ART driver on the BWT. Into turn 4 they go. Round the outside is Welsh Maldonado. She's going to hang on to it. Not quite. She's still there. But Emerson has got that move done, and on the final lap Emerson takes the lead of the sprint race around Osteria. Lewis G and Guna, teammates coming together, or not coming together, but they're close together. Lewis G has made that move stick on Guna there for the 10th spot. We're on the final lap. I should go and look at the leaders. Emerson is going to cross the line in the lead of this race, where Welsh Maldonado was doing a great job trying to hang on there to claim the victory, but a podium nonetheless for Welsh Maldonado. Emerson crosses the line in P1, closely followed by Welsh Maldonado. Ballint again on the podium, P3, German in P4, Theo in P5, Ross G with that penalty dropping down to P6, Ayrton in P7, Cartboy P8, Guna P9, Lewis G in P10, and other people lower down the order, but I didn't get to them in the end because I ran out of time. Spain without the S, but we're not doing Spain, Becca, we're doing Austria at the moment. German getting driver of the day there, fantastic drive, looked a lot like Michael Schumacher there, but who knows, maybe it's just me. Celebrations there for Emerson, Welsh Maldonado and Ballint, doing a great job this race, I think, in terms of just keeping it clean, getting those podiums. So he's doing a fantastic job of keeping the race going at every point, really. So well done to Ballint. If you've got a penalty for overtaking a lap car, you can, or a ghost car, just put your footage in the incident report, of course, and we'll have a look at that. But Emerson there, commanding victory. He was he started down in P8, but he of course winning this race. But he's done a great job, of course, of coming through the order again. As he seems to do on all the sprint races. But fantastic result there for the ART. I should have a look at all these cars now, really, shouldn't I? Prema for Ballint doing a great job, and up into P3 in the end for Ballint again with no penalties. And yeah, it's been fantastic racing to watch, I think. So well done to all the guys who've been taking part so far. We've got one more race coming up now. We'll be finished quite soon, hopefully. We have Azerbaijan or Baku coming up. So the final race. So once everybody is, I think everyone's in, so we can just get going now. Should be all good. Yeah. So yeah, once you're ready, just get going with the next race, the final race of the event, and we will crack on. This is Baku in Azerbaijan. I don't know. I've never raced F2 round here, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I imagine it's quite difficult, but yeah, we'll see how it goes in the next stages, and yeah, waiting for the countdown to finish, and then we'll crack on with the final race of the event rather. waiting for the guys to load in, and then once they're all in, we'll get on with the race. I don't know how many laps it will be. It'll probably be quite a short one. We've got a very loud round of applause coming here for no reason at all, because there's nothing going on the track. But once we're all loaded in, we'll crack on with the feature race around Azerbaijan. We are loaded in. We've got 7 laps around Azerbaijan for the feature race. German is on pole position as it stands, and away we go. I'll just put the classifications on again. Emerson already up to P2. That was a fantastic start from Emerson, and German leads the way. Emerson in P2, Chaza in P3. Chofter is doing it. Oh, somebody spun off at the back there. Chofter has spun off there. Sorry, it was Chofter who I was just spectating, who was spun off at the back. Cartboy has retired. It was Balint, sorry, who spun off at the back. Chofter has gone straight on in turn 2. So that's, I don't know what's happened to Chofter's there, but he's not had a great first lap of this race. He's just getting the car sorted and back onto the track. Chaza up into P2 as German is dropping down the order, up down to P3 is German now in the MP Motorsport. But Welsh Marinado, Curly Red are all getting on the case and trying to get onto the podium as well. I think Theo has Theo got any damage there? Yeah, he has got damage there. Oh, he spun off now, has Theo, and he's in the wall. Unfortunately for him, Chofter is going to catch up to the order now and will be finishing in P10. We've got Theo's car there spinning around. He's just having a nightmare trying to get the car reset to track there, but you can just reset the track as well. Ross G has spun it through the castle section, it looks like, and he's got wing damage, so that's unfortunate for him. We've got Balint coming through, Ross G going slowly, and Chofter and Theo just having a struggle as well, as it looks like. But up in the lead, Chaza is on the back of Emerson, going through the final S section of the track into the long main straight. And I think the slick's been around here. It will promote the overtaking into turn 1. We shall see. He's not quite close enough, I don't think so. He's he's a bit too far back. Is Emerson, unfortunately. Is Chaza, unfortunately, on Emerson, trying to make the move. But Lewis G is not too far back. He's going down the outside, around the outside of German, but German's got the inside, so he's going to go. He's going to go into turn 1 first. We're in the lead out of the two of them. But into turn 2, he's just too far back as Lewis, so he's going to have to bide his time, think about his next move, and then go for the attack into turn 3 potentially, or wait another lap and see what happens. But we're on lap 2 now, so we've got quite a long lap around Baku. Of course, we've got it's almost the first lap was a 2-minute lap, wasn't it? So we've got Chaza there with wing damage. I don't know what's happened to Chaza, as Welsh Marinado has passed him up into P2 now, as Emerson once again is storming off into the lead. But Welsh Marinado is in P2. We'll be getting after that ART driver as quickly as possible. Chofters and Ross G are in the pits. Looks like they're in for wing changes. Balint is trying to get back in the order on the back of Lewis G, trying to gain up to the damaged driver. Ayrton putting pressure on Curly Red here. It's the closest battle on track as it stands. We've got a yellow flag. What's happened is a yellow flag for Chaza, who is in the wall again, it looks like, is Chaza. So he needs to make sure he's not in the way of German, who's coming through. It looks like now German is coming through up into P5 is German now, so fantastic stuff for him. Of course, it didn't start off too well for German, but he's really grown into it, and he's getting some good points now, is the MP Motorsport driver. Chaza dropping down the order. I think he might have to make a pit stop here. He's got real severe damage on that front left side. I'm trying to get my left and right sorted, as Lewis G has passed him in the S section, very fast section to be held up by somebody with a wing damage there. But fastest lap there for Emerson, a 1:53. Lap 3 we're on now, so we're just getting through the laps now. Sebastian Manny on the map says this is too hard. I think that's Cartboy just not having a great time, unfortunately, in the F2 cars, but hats off for sticking at it. Curly Red is in the wall. I just caught the end of that. I don't think he made contact with anybody there, honestly. I think it was just going into the corner a bit too quickly, a bit too deep, and he's not been able to get the cornering speed done. Not been able to hit the corner on the apex, really. But as Chazza is in the pits, like I said, he has made the pit stop, and he is away again. In P8 he will probably be. I think it will be. Yep. I've lost all the sound again. Oh, it's just me in the pit lane. So Curly Red with that wing damage is dropping down the order. Ballint is he had a bit of a bad first lap, but Ballint is up into P6 again. So Ballint is still doing a great job of getting after these guys and performing really well in the F2 cars this series. So fantastic work from him. I think he's been the driver of the event so far. I think he's really put in a great performance in every race. Yellow flag once again. I don't know who this one's for. It might be for Ayrton, I think. Is Ayrton? Yeah, Ayrton's been in the wall in the castle section. He has got wing damage, and that will promote Lewis up into P4. Hopefully he can get past Ayrton without any issues. Yep, Ayrton's just letting him through there, I think. Being a very sportsman-like driver, of course. Making sure that the faster guys, of course, don't have any incidents on the back of you when you've got wing damage yourself. So this will promote Ballint up into P5. Really great stuff for the Prema racing driver, or Prima, I don't know how you say it. But Emerson Hilton is disappearing off into the distance now. The gap was 4 seconds when Welsh Maldonado was moved up into P2, but it's now 6.7. Ballint has got DRS on Ayrton. I think Ayrton might be going into the pits. We shall see. Yep, he is in the pits. And in comes Ayrton to make a wing change, no doubt, as Curly Red has followed him as well. Curly Red with the wing damage as well. So both the ART driver and the MP Motorsport driver making a pit stop for a new wing, having had a bit of a torrid time in the castle section, it looks like. So this might promote Chazzo. Let's have a look and see how far back. I think Ayrton is going to be the first one out, but it's going to be close between. I think Chazzo's already through. So Chazzo is up into P6. Based on the pit stops for Curly Red and for Ayrton as well. So yeah, still something to play for Chazza. He's got a penalty there though, so we'll have a look at the penalty, see what he's on. 3-second penalty, I think, for speeding in the pit lane. That will probably be. So yeah, it's not good for Chazza at the moment, but he will be still finishing P6 as it stands because the gap to Ayrton is over 3 seconds. Meanwhile, we've got that's pretty much calmed down now, hasn't it? Really, I think. Meanwhile, German up in P3 doing a great job for the MP Motorsport. I think Curly Red was up in P3 as well, but just unfortunate with that wing damage as well. So yeah, unlucky for those guys. But yeah, really good effort of keeping at it. And you never know, if you finish P8, you'll be starting P1 in the sprint race coming up after this one. We're on lap 4, so we have we have 3 and a bit laps to go. Lewis G and Curly Red, I think, and Ayrton is closest battle on track at the moment as they're both coming through the castle section there. They're very close as Ayrton has lost control there, it looks like. So that's going to excite Curly, trying to get in that DRS range for the MP Motorsport driver and try and make an overtake for P7. He's definitely going to be in DRS range, it looks like, at the moment. Is Curly Red, so we'll hopefully see an overtake into turn 1 later on in this lap. Lap 5 we are on now, so 3 laps to go. I think we're going to see a move here definitely as Chazza sets the fastest lap on those fresh super soft tyres. I was going to say ultra soft there, but super soft tyres for Chazza. Chazza sets the fastest lap. Curly Red makes the move on Ayrton into way before turn 1, of course, into the braking zone they go. Curly Red up into P7, Ayrton down into P8. Ayrton will have the DRS on this straight, on the shorter sort of back straight, but it's not really a back straight either, really. But yeah, into turn 3 they're heading. Will Ayrton be able to get the move done to get the place back for P7? But it doesn't look like it. I think the straight is just not long enough for the ART Grand Prix driver. closest battle on track is this battle here between Curly Red and Ayrton, but nothing much is going on, unfortunately, elsewhere. So as we've got Emerson storming off into the lead, now on lap 6, so the penultimate lap, 2 laps to go we've got for these guys. Welsh Maldonado is 10 seconds, well, just over 10 seconds behind the race leader as it stands at the moment. So that's yeah, the BWT doing a great job in this event so far, but just not being able to claim that victory, unfortunately, for Chazza or for Welsh Maldonado. Unfortunately, so far, German doing a great job, 8 seconds behind. Oh, we've got a spinner here. Lewis G has just spun off there and reset the track, which is allowed to do, of course. It's not a problem, but yeah, I don't know what happened there into turn 1 for Lewis G. Had a bit of a problem there. We've got a yellow flag for Ross G. Looks like he's coming through turn 15, I think it is, and he's just gone straight on into the wall. And I don't know if he's got damage. Let's have a look. It's nope. He seems to be all right, so he should be able to carry on. I think those tyres will probably need to be cooled down a little bit before they can really go at full pace again through the S's and things like that. But no problems for Ross G. We just got to make sure he gets through the S's cleanly. Yes, he does. Welsh Maldonado heading into the castle section. Let's hope that it is clean and there's no damage. I've just probably jinxed it, but there we go. No, perfectly done from the BWT driver. 12 seconds behind the race lead at the moment as Emerson is storming off into the distance. Ballin here trying to close up on Lewis G. Lewis G had that spin into turn 1, but he's not been able to make the gap much closer than it is at the moment to the damage driver in P4. So Ballin still doing a great job, of course, had that error, or the issue rather, I don't know what happened exactly on lap 1, but he's still in the race, still doing a good job. So well done to the guys who are still racing. Chofter, I think, he's a ghost car, I think, so he must be out of the session as well. So yeah, unfortunate for him. But as well, Chazzo in the wall in the castle section once again, and that has allowed Curly Red and Ayrton to get past him up into P6 and P7 now, respectively, for Curly Red and Ayrton. And Chazza once again with no wing at all now on that BWT, so he's going to have to. We're on the final lap, aren't we? So yeah, that's not. Oh, sorry, he's not on the final lap. Is Chazza, so he's going to have to pit again and just get to the end of this race eventually at some point. But Emerson is leading the way now. We're on the final lap. Into Sector 2 we go for the ART Grand Prix driver. Is there any battles going on nearby? I think Ross G in the wall again there at turn 15, but he's still got his wing intact, I think. So he will be. I don't know if Chaz is going to pit or not, but he will probably gain P8 if he can just keep it on the track, keep it going, keep the damage to a minimum as well. Wait for Chaz to see what Chaz is going to do here. He's going to carry on his Chaz, I think. He's going to cross the line, but he's he's just weaving around there. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe warm up his tyres for the final lap. I'm trying to go set the fastest lap. But Ross G, if he keeps it going, I don't know why he's weaving around either. But Ross G, if he keeps it going, will be able to get on the back of Chazza and get that P8. So we'll see what happens. Troftas is not in the session, I don't think either. So yeah, unfortunate for him. But yeah, well done to like Emerson's coming around the final few corners of the S's to claim another victory for the ART Grand Prix. And yeah, he's coming around the final corner now, which is not really a corner even, it's still flat out. But down the back straight, down into the main straight, of course. And he's going to claim yet another victory for the ART Grand Prix team. Fantastic result there. Welsh Maldonado is going to be in P2 in the BWT, crossing the line very shortly. And German, I think German doing his best, getting his best result so far. Chaz has got another 2-second time penalty there. German getting his best result as he's going to cross the line in P3. And yeah, it's sort of tables are turned for him now. He's finally getting some good points. So well done to German, unless he crashes before the finish line. But he's made it to the finish line this time. So yeah, well done to him. Lewis G going to come through in P4 in the dams, and Ballint is going to come through in P5 in the Premier Racing. We've got some yellow flags going on here. I don't know what's going on. Ross G has spun it. Bit of a shame for Ross G because he could have got P8 probably with Chazza not having any front wing at all. But yeah, he's not been able to keep the car going in the right direction as Ballint has crossed the line there in P5. Curly Red will come across the line, of course, making a stop, making all the guys below from Curly down below has made a pit stop. So well done to Curly coming P6 of the stoppers. Ayrton's going to cross the line in P7. Fantastic stuff from him, and Chazza will get to the line in P8. Just waiting for Ross G and Chofters to cross the line. Ross G coming through the S's now. He has got some wing damage now as Ross G, so that probably put paid to his opportunity to overtake Chazza anyway. Unfortunately for the Carlin driver, I think it is. But yeah, he's weaving around and he's going to crash it probably. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, well done to all the guys who finished that race. It was a tough race, of course, around Baku in these cars. So yeah, good shout out to all of them who managed to get across the line in the end. Curly Red, of course, driver of the day, starting further back and finishing P6, I think it was, with a pit stop as well. So excellent stuff from the MP Motorsport driver. Having a little wave there is Emerson, congratulating himself on yet another win in this event series. And well, of course, we've got Welshman there as well as German as well in the MP Motorsport colours also. So yeah, fantastic stuff from those three guys. Yeah, we had a massive gap between each other, but they all had commanding races and really good races as well to get on the podium themselves. So well done to them. Right, we've got one more race to go. We've got the 5-lap feature race of around Azerbaijan to go, and then we will be finished for this event. So yeah, it's been fantastic to watch, of course, all the way through. I think everyone's done a great job putting on a great show as well for this event. So yeah, fantastic stuff from all of you guys who participated. But we have got 5 laps to go around Azerbaijan as the final sprint race and the final race of this series. Chazza there getting the fastest lap as well, so fantastic stuff for him. But yeah, once we got this stuff sorted, we'll load into the final race of the session, and we'll get cracking for the 5-lap sprint race around Baku. Just loading in now are the guys getting ready for the final race. And once they've got everything sorted, I mean, all they've got to do really is choose their preset setup. So there's only the standard options. They can't load their own F2 setup. I believe they can't anyway. Maybe they have. Maybe Emerson has. But yeah, so they should be all simplified and easy. Chazza is starting P1, of course, finishing P8 in the feature race. 5 lights are on. And 5 lights are off, and away they go. Chazza gets a great start, I think, there. Ayrton in P2 is always been sliding around his Chazza there into the first turn. Ayrton and Curly Red close together. Ayrton and Curly Red in the wall. That is not good for Ayrton or Curly Red. Both down at the back now because of that incident. Balint and Welshman Nardo are very close together into turn 2, and they've made it through. We've got a ghost car. I think it's Chofters there is the ghost car. Ross G and Ayrton's just been punted there from Ross G. So I don't know what's going on there because the ghost car ahead of them isn't really playing any factor in this race anymore. Ross G has spun it there through that corner. Balint has spun it as well on the exit of turn 3. As it's not going well for these guys at the back here. I'm just watching the back because that's where all the entertainment is, it looks like, at the moment. Ross G is up into P10. He's got wing damage, I think, has Ross G. Ayrton, I think, has got wing damage as well, but you'll have to see based on who stops. Curly Red is ghosting, so he's not in the session anymore, I don't think. But Balint is still in, so he's still going to be after these guys, trying to get up the order as well. Cartboy's had a spin, or he's ghosting as well. I'm not sure what's going on there really. It's all over the place, really, isn't it now? But it's not coming up if anyone's leaving or not. So I'm guessing they've just left the session or something. But hopefully everyone else is still all right. German gets a 2-second time penalty, unfortunately for German, but he's in P2 as it stands at the moment, so he's going to be looking to get another podium finish at least, I expect, for the MP Motorsport driver. Emerson is on the back of him already though, and he's going to be trying to getting past the MP Motorsport driver so that he can get after Chazza and get another victory. But Balint has got past Ross G in the just before the S's. I think Ross G has left the session as well, so that's unfortunate for Ross G. But yeah, Emerson's got past German into turn 1. On the inside is the ART Grand Prix driver, and he has made the move stick. I think still on the inside, and German is there or thereabouts. But yeah, he's dropped down the order as German. and we'll have to try and stick with Emerson to make sure he can cement that podium, because he's got that penalty. He is just within range, or Lewis is just within range of getting the getting that P4. But I've said that, and now Welsh Maldonado has passed Lewis G. Down the inside into turn 3 they go. Yeah, a bit of argy-bargy there from Lewis G. He didn't have that corner. I don't think. I think Welsh Maldonado was already ahead. So yeah, hopefully both guys are through without any damage. Cartboy and Chofters are still sort of merged together. So I think they're both out of this race. Gurman with the penalty is trying to cling on to Emerson still. We're on lap 2 of 5, and once we get to the end of this one, it will be the end of the event as well. So it should be that Ayrton and Ballint and Ross G. I think Ross G is still in the race. No, he's not. Theo's had an incident there, but I think Theo can keep going still. But yeah, so we're just waiting for these guys to get to the line. But Ayrton can catch up to these guys ahead of him because they're ghost cars, I think, so they're not actually in this session. Even with the slight wing damage that Ayrton's got, he's still gaining on them, so he will be able to get that move and finish at least P6 at the moment as it stands. It's gone a bit quiet in this race at the moment. Of course, everyone's sort of settling in. Chazza with the fastest lap of 1:51.7, but he's got a time penalty for his efforts, so unfortunately for Chazza. So that will factor in at the end of this race. All Emerson needs to do now is gain another half a second, sorry, and he will be claiming another victory for the ART Grand Prix in this event. Welsh Maldonado there is clinging on and hoping that she's actually within the range of Gurman to get a podium place here. Is the BWT driver, so she's doing a great job of sticking with it, and will be trying to get on the back of that MP Motorsport driver to get the final step on the podium as it stands. But we're on lap 3 now, and we'll be coming towards the end of lap 3 in about 30 seconds or so, and then we'll have 2-lap sprint race to get to the end. Of course, everyone's in a hurry now to get to the end of this race so we can get to watch the F1. The F1 will be starting in about 10 minutes, so we need to get on with it. So we're almost there. Don't worry, we'll be finished in time. We'll be finished within the next sort of 5 minutes or so. So plenty of time. But yeah, really good races. I mean, it's been very difficult, of course, as F2 cars. Not many people racing anyway, and not many people are used to the handling, the feel of the cars. As we've got Ayrton here, going to get past these 2 ghost cars as well, and up into P6. Will the ART Grand Prix driver get? But yeah, so not many people have got a race with these cars before, are used to these cars. I myself, if I was putting in one of these cars today, and I would be crashing into everybody and crashing into every wall I could find. So fantastic stuff for everybody in this race, or in these races that we've done, keeping it clean and putting on a good show, of course, as well. So I mean, everyone's done a fantastic job. I think, I know there's been some incidents and things like that, a few bumps and scrapes, but that's what I'd expect with F2 cars as well. So I mean, it's a sort of out of the ordinary race that not many people are used to. So yeah, fantastic stuff from the guys who all put on a good show today. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Really, we're on the penultimate lap now. Chaz are leading the way, but with that penalty, Emerson is now within range of getting that result, getting that win, getting the result that he wants as well. So we've got those guys. They're still going in this race. Ballint is going to keep going, trying to get that P7 as well, so he can jump up the order if he overtakes the ghost cars ahead of him as well. He's got the wing damage on the right end plate, which is missing, unfortunately, for the Prema Racing driver. And the next event, of course, will be on Wednesday the 30th of June, and it will be the F1 hide and seek. So a bit of a fun one. We've got Lewis G, who's unfortunately retired in the castle section. It looks like he's put it into the wall at some force. It looks like, as well has Lewis G, as he's ghosted, he's disappeared now as he has. Oh, he just retired from the race. Never mind. Yeah. So unfortunately for him, he's decided not to take part anymore. But that's not a problem. So yeah, we've got the F1 hide and seek on Wednesday the 30th. It will be at I think it will be at 7:30 p.m. time. It will be normal time. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 30th is the next event, is hide and seek. So that'll be a little fun little game to play. We've got just a few tracks, a few different events. So there'll be one seeker, and everyone else will go and hide around the track, and then it's up to the seeker to obviously find them, and yeah, have a bit of fun. But more details will come on that in the Discord server later on. German is battling away with Welshman Nardo for P3. We're on to the final lap. We're on the final lap of the race as it stands now. So once this is finished, we can all go watch the F1. But yeah, so the next event coming up on Wednesday. Oh, we've got very deep into the corner there is German, and Welshman Nardo has got the move done, and up into P3 is the BWT driver. But yeah, the next event will come up as Wednesday the 30th at 7:30 p.m. Hide and seek it will be. So yeah, if you're interested in joining that, all the details are in the Discord server for you to watch, or for you to subscribe to and follow and all that stuff. But yeah, been fantastic racing. Been really good to watch this race, these races rather. Like I said, I myself wouldn't have had a chance in getting to the finish line on any of these races, I didn't think. But yeah, everyone's put on a great show, so fantastic stuff from all of them. Chazza is leading the way into the final sector. He will go. And he has got the gap up to 2.2 seconds. So at the moment he is still winning this race based on the penalty situation. So he needs to keep going. He needs to keep going to get to the finish line now, and come around the final corner and storm to the finish line. And let's see if Chazza is going to get the first victory of this event for himself. And he crosses the line in P1. Emerson coming up to the line in P2. Unfortunately for Emerson, couldn't quite get that last two attempts. So Chazza claims the victory. Emerson P2. Welshman Nardo is going to finish in P3. German finishing P4 with that penalty as well. So well done to German. And Ayrton, I think, is going to be the last. I think Ballint might be the last finisher, I'm afraid. Ballint's going to come up to the line. Oh, Theo's still in the race as well, so we'll wait for Theo to cross the line. But Ayrton's going to be in P5 for the ART Grand Prix team, and he crosses the line with that wing damage as well. He's been doing a great race. Got to the finish line still. Chofters and Carlboy and Ballint, P6, 7 and 8. Ross G is a ghost car, but Theo is still in the race. Theo is still coming round the final corner. Up to the line he will come. So yeah, fantastic race from these guys. Well done to everyone who's taken part in the third event. The fourth event again is on Wednesday, the 30th of June at 7:30 p.m. It is hide and seek. All the info is in the Discord. So thank you very much everyone for joining us, and thank you very much for everyone who's raced in this event rather so far. And yeah, if anybody wants to sign up to the new events or the next events, all the info is in the Discord server as well. So congratulations to the BWT team getting two drivers on the podium there. Chazza claiming the victory, Emerson in P2 and Welshman Nardo in P3. Awesome stuff there from everybody who's raced in it, and well done to the top three guys claiming the podium steps for the final sprint race of the event. So well done to everybody who's partaken in this event. Just going to have a final look at the standings, and then we will wrap up the stream and wrap up the event for this one. So well done to everybody who's joined, and thanks to everyone who's done that. It's a fantastic event. I think everyone's done a great job in terms of racing really well. Like getting to grips with the F2 cars is not easy. I know that firsthand myself. I've tried it once in a 5-lapper, and that was it. I was in the wall straight away. So yeah, really well done. Really well done from everybody who's joined. I'm just waiting. I'm sitting on a black screen for no reason at the moment, just looking at the standings. But here's the final standings of the race. I'm going to skip that bit. I'm going to look at the standings for the overall event. Emerson Hilton is the winner for all the races, all the wins that he's got. He finishes P1. Welshman Nardo in P3. Ballin in P3, Welsh Maldonado in P2, Ballin in P3, Chazza in P4, Gurman P5 after a bit of a poor start. He's still managed to get out to P5, Lewis G P6, Ayrton in P7, Theo in P8, Curly Red in P9, Ross G in P10, Chofters and Cartboy P11 and P12. So well done to everybody who's joined us. Thank you very much for watching and for partaking. And we'll see you on Wednesday for the fourth event.